We're out here at Byford where Hadrian X has just completed its first commercial build. It's typical of medium-sized commercial buildings that can be used for a wide range of uses. Hadrian X has come out here and built quite a different structure to what we've done before. This has a double leaf cavity wall, so we've had to incorporate brick ties. We've also had to lay bricks over the top of steel lintels and also concrete lintels. And the outer leaf is actually on a drop-down footing, so it's quite a complex build. It's got a lot of different features which a lot of people thought that Hadrian X wouldn't be able to accomplish. But here on this build we've demonstrated that it does it, and with flying colours. The build process has been across quite a range of weather, from sunshine and cloudy weather through to very windy days and also rain and hail. We get a lot of variable weather here in Perth in spring, and we've had pretty much every different kind of weather that Hadrian could wish for. So since Dayton, we've had a continuous improvement program has resulted in a lot of speed increase. We're now routinely laying blocks at above 180 blocks an hour averaged over quite a period of time. We've also introduced our new adhesive application, and that's working extremely well. These blocks aren't glued with mortar, they're bonded with a structural adhesive, and that even works pretty well on wet bricks and rain, so we can carry on in all weather conditions. You'll notice on this build that the vertical perp gaps are open. That's because this building will be rendered, and those gaps between blocks actually give the render a better key onto the wall. That also provides additional waterproofing on the outside. On the inside, this building will be dry lined with what we call gyprock here in Australia, or drywall as it's known around the rest of the world. And we also have a truss roof coming in at the end of this week. So that's a prefabricated roof trusses, and that will all be positioned and finished off. So this structure is 15 of our 230mm courses high, which makes it about 1.5 stories high, so it's quite a bit larger than a normal house. We're also demonstrating how clean the site is with Hadrian X. All the blocks are handled in the machine and passed out through the boom. So there's no waste on site. It's a very safe site. We don't need scaffolding or anything like that. And what this really demonstrates is the speed, accuracy, safety and waste of Hadrian X, which is the future of digital construction. So this building has been built with a concrete masonry unit, measures 390 by 230 millimetres high and is 90 millimetres thick. Hadrian, of course, is able to lay much larger blocks, up to 500 millimetres long, 250 millimetres wide and 250 millimetres high. Those kind of blocks are readily available in Europe, and that's what Hadrian was designed around. We're working with a number of manufacturers to introduce those large clay products to the market here in Australia. So from here we'll be heading back to our workshop and we'll be doing some demonstration work on two-storey houses and also some different kinds of block materials, including AAC, which is an aerated concrete, and CS or calcium silicate blocks, which are quite common in Europe. And we'll also be doing some demonstration work with much larger clay product from Europe. So here at FBR we're quite fortunate that WA doesn't have any significant restrictions apart from travel into and out of the state. So we're taking full advantage of that and doing as much development work, speeding up Hadrian and demonstrating it, building a wide variety of different buildings with different materials, so that we're ready to go as soon as the world gets back to some sense of normality. So we've already proven that Hadrian X is brilliant at building detached houses. This building here demonstrates that we can do more complex structures and small commercial buildings, and really it's the first step to showing that Hadrian X can build entire communities. So we brought Hadrian number 2 up to Dayton yesterday afternoon, and we left it here overnight. It was raining a bit yesterday, but we have a clear weather window for today through to at least Saturday, and that's about how long we think the build will take. The reason we brought it out was just to give us a little bit of extra time building, and we had a little bit of light rain this morning and we kept building through that, so that sort of demonstrated what we already knew, that Hadrian number 2 can build through light rain. And as you can see on the slab behind me, there's quite a bit of standing water, so we had to sweep that off and just get the slab cleaned up this morning. A little bit of water's okay, but we can't lay in a swimming pool basically. So Hadrian number 2 does need a little bit of ancillary equipment around the machine. We have a skid which houses some electrical equipment, and we have a controls van. So we brought the controls van and the skid in first, and then we just have to connect up some electrical connections to that. And we're connected to the site power here. It's just a normal 32 amp 3-phase plug, pretty common on building sites. The truck diesel engine is used to run the hydraulics. And then we've also brought a telehandler to load complete packs of bricks into the back of Hadrian. And there's a skip bin for site waste, and that's really for the builder as he follows on, because Hadrian doesn't generate much brick waste. We reuse all the offcuts, and there's only a few leftover bricks at the end of the day. So we started this morning at 7 AM in line with the allowable building window. In WA we can only build between 7 AM and 7 PM. We've started building out here. It's a 4x2 house. During the day we've made a few small improvements. Hadrian's actually been building quite well, and for a little while today the glue pumps couldn't keep up with it, so we put a bigger hose onto the glue pumps, and that seems to be working quite well now. And we're really happy with the way it's performing.